Okay, I'm out here doing prep to my truck because there's a storm coming and the temperature is going to go down around 10 degrees above 0 Fahrenheit. So I've been prepping my truck, putting air in the tires, checking the oil, topping off the windshield squirter coolant, coating the gaskets on the doors so they don't freeze shut, things like that. Okay, now I've used this fluid film on my fender flares and it makes them look like new. Let's see if I can get a shot of them. See how good they look? I put them on in 2017. This truck sits out all the time, and they were starting to look chalky, like they were oxidizing. So I thought, you know what, I put my tonneau cover on in 2017. It's 2024 right now, and I thought, well, why not? So I've been smearing it on. It's only 40 degrees out here. I really should be doing this when it's hotter. I also did the black above and below that center window. That was chalky looking. And I did those overhanging body gaskets at the corners of the window. You can see how they're shiny. We'll look down the length of it, how chalky they look. And I did that antenna too. That was chalky looking. So I decided to put it on the tonneau cover. And I'm liking the result. Let me. This tonneau cover is 7 years old, and this is what I'm putting on it: fluid film. This is a gallon. That's how much I used out of a gallon when I first got this truck, and I spent 5 days spraying under the truck with the fender flares not on yet. They were not factory. And I took the running boards off. I took out the fender liners. I took out the headlights and the taillights so I could get all the way in the rocker panels. Anyway, I used about the better part of half a gallon. I mean, half of the can, which would be half a gallon. And I used probably 6 or 8 of the spray cans. And I always have several of the spray cans handy for when I'm doing things like putting brakes on car, or I'm changing the oil. If I see something in the wheel well or under the truck, I'll give it a shot of fluid film on my wife's car or whoever's car I'm changing the oil on. That's even turning that green black. Huh. Yeah, winter is about to come down hard this weekend here north of Pittsburgh, PA. And I thought, what the heck? Why not? What's the worst that can happen? The worst can happen is me fall off of this truck and break my neck. Today is January 12th, 2024, and I saw my first robin of the year today. That always lifts my spirits, because they know the weather. it's also, we've gained 2 minutes of sunlight in the morning. The sun is coming up 2 minutes earlier. Actually started to stay up longer on January 10th, 2 days ago. But the sun started staying up longer around the second week of November. They both don't happen on the day indicated on the calendar as being the first day of winter, which is around the 21st or 22nd of December. But we got some weather headed our way, and I just thought, what the hell, try it. And what do you think? I know what I think. This would have flowed a lot better if it was warm out. The sun was in this black cover. I can't believe there's a fly still alive. He just landed on there. It reminds me of when I painted my 1962 Chevy wagon, gunmetal gray. This mosquito with a wingspan like that landed right in the middle of the hood on the wet paint, and he dragged himself about 18 inches across that hood before he would finally give it up. And it was enamel, acrylic enamel, so ruined the paint job. Huh. I'm pleased. I'm going to put my camera down so I can climb off of this thing with 2 hands. Okay. Not bad. See, I did these fender flares last week, and they sucked it up too. See how that one's still shiny black? I also coated my wheels with fluid film last week, and I'm going to leave it on there. You can see it's on there. I'm going to leave that on there all winter. Same with the bumpers. Same with the grill, it's on there. Same in here. I got all the leaves out and coated them. I'm charging my battery up. This thing monitors and checks the battery to see if it's any good. Cars, trucks, motorcycles, houses, they don't wear out as much as they are neglected to death. You can see how much fluid film I have down there at the bottom of the door at the seam. I took this cover plate off, did inside the tailgate with a spray gun. And that's filthy because the dust sticks to it. But I'd rather have dust than rust. I had to coin that phrase. And I did these door gaskets very lightly with fluid film, so my door doesn't freeze to the door jamb and ends up ripping the gasket if you force it. I do this every year. You can use Vaseline, petroleum jelly. You could use silicone, dielectric grease. Good. And you got to clean this too. Wipe it down. I did. You can see how shiny clean it is. But where the gasket connects, where it touches the vehicle when it rains, when the snow melts and it goes running down and then it gets in there, It's laying in there. When the temperature drops to freezing and you go to open your door, you hear that it doesn't want to open. And then you end up, you're in a hurry and you rip it off, and then you end up ripping your gasket off. And as you're going down the road, you hear that, and then the cold air is coming in. You don't want to rip your gasket. Coat it with Vaseline or fluid film or dielectric grease, and it won't rip off. I also did the bottoms of the doors behind that rain flap. On all the doors. Plus I sprayed inside the doors with fluid film. Anyway, that's what I'm up to today. My tires were all down. They should be 39 pounds. They were down to like 34. One of them was down to 32 pounds. Because when cold air shows up, it makes the air in the tires shrink, reducing the pressure. So I'm giving the battery a final charge, just to be sure. And I think my tonneau cover, I'll have to reposition it, but go up on this wall here. Yeah, once the sun hits that and warms that up, that'll make that fluid film flow down into the cover evenly, just like on my fender flares. That's it. I've done everything I can think of. Coolant check, filled the squirter fluid, reservoir, checked the oil, tires, greased the door hinges. I carry a spare battery and jumper cables right there, and I charged that battery this morning. I charge it up about every 6 weeks. It's a good battery. And I'm ready. Yeah. I made a video about a half an hour ago showing about this little tire air pump. They're selling them on TV, battery powered. It has a built-in battery you're supposed to plug into the wall and charge it up, and supposed to not forget to charge it, like maybe once every 2 months, so it will work when you need it. I wouldn't go that route. I'd go with one that you can plug into your power outlet on your vehicle. And I wouldn't spend $80 plus shipping. I would spend $10 on one. That's what these cost at Walmart. And there's my plug kit that I carry in every vehicle. There's my snow broom. That extends out. It ends up being about 5 feet long, so I can get the snow off the roof. It's good to have when you have an SUV or a pickup truck. I got that on eBay. I think it was about 15 or 20 bucks. But I did all these gaskets. And I just did them again. Done. I did these door jambs last month. That's why they look so clean. Won't hurt anything. You don't like it, just wash it off with soap. I'll do my wife's door, my passenger door. Very good. And I like to recoat my bottom door seam where the drips of salt water will hang. Yeah, this the list price on this truck when I bought it in 2017 was more than I paid for my first house in 1979. So, truck's ready for anything. Tires are good, oil's good, water's good, battery's good, spare tire is up. All the I have all the stuff necessary for possible roadside emergencies. This is rusting a couple spots. My vacuum booster, I don't want that to happen. Great. This is too slippery for me to get a grip on it. There. Still charging. This charger, it's a smart charger. It will tell me if the battery's bad, if I got the cables hooked up backwards, and when the green light comes on, it's charged. But you can leave it on supposedly forever and it will just maintain a certain charge in the battery. And I got all the leaves out.